Hey, what's up? This is Chris on the longest way, trying as always to walk back from China to my home in Germany. But today is August the 24th, 2023. I believe it's a Thursday. And I just woke up. Not here. I woke up over there, camped out there next to an airfield. And now in the Danube, in the river, sitting here butt naked. It's cold, but it's awesome. It's so good. It is so good. There's these little fish. I think they're like nibbling or something. And I'm just sitting here and it's good. What's that little fish doing? Leave me alone, fish. Get out of here. Oh man. I don't know what to say. It is fucking A. Look at that. Some dude told me not to take this way because there's no shade and I would be hot. And guess what? Yep, he's right. It's like 10:30 in the morning and it's so warm. Put on a new set of clothes after, well, bathing in the river. Well, I already feel sweaty and shitty. But the mood is good. Had a good night's sleep. Didn't wake up in the middle. Sometimes I wake up when I sleep. I don't know. I get confused. Like I wake up and I don't know where I am. But not last night. It was awesome. Now walking through this kind of, I don't know what that reminds me of. I was gonna say Kazakhstan, but in Kazakhstan the grass is not that thick. There isn't so much in terms of fields that have been planted. It's just a steppe. So I don't know. But the openness reminds me of something. Maybe the Pusta in Hungary. Ooh, nice church tower. Let me take a picture. God damn it, it's hot. Grave mounds. These are Celtic. Reminds me of Bulgaria, but those were Thracian. Or of Serbia, but those were Roman. Or of somewhere in Shaanxi, but those were Chinese. There's a rebuilt Celtic village down there, which might or might not have been the first mention of a German settlement anywhere ever. Because apparently, what's his name? Herodotus? I don't know how to pronounce him. Greek historiographer from like 600 BC or something. Like before Aristotle, after Homer. He talked of a town that was supposed to be Celtic and be close to the source of the Danube in these Germanic territories. And it might have been this town because it's a fairly big settlement, or it was back then. So woo, gonna go check it out. Look over there. Rebuild Celtic shit. Noise. Whoa, and look, like they had a fortification mound there. That's a nice location for a town. And then I don't know, maybe like their rich people or leaders or whoever got buried here. Huh. So it's a reconstructed house. And we're walking around on the, I think, the old fortifications here. And then there's a second ring of fortifications. Those might be, I don't know, archaeologists' digs. I don't know if you've seen Jurassic Park. Speaking of which, I was in a cafe back there, had some soup, and this lady, she looks at me and she goes, "Did you find anything?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "Oh, I thought." I was like, "Why do you ask?" And she's like, "Well, are you not an archaeologist?" So she thought I worked here because I looked the part, apparently. Archaeologists, you gotta know, wear hats. So this is a reconstruction, an ongoing reconstruction of the town wall. They used to have like 600 BC or something. I mean, if it looked like this, pretty nice. So they would hang out here, look down without the scaffolding, without the road down there, without the, I don't know what it is, like a factory building or something, without the towns, just look over the land. And maybe there would be some other fortress towns on the other hills there, I don't know. And they will probably get their water from down there. Some poor motherfucker has to go from here down there to fetch water. Or maybe they got a well? I don't know. I gotta check. Did they have a well? That would be good to know. And another Celtic grave mound with a little Jesus on top. But that came later. I'm a little bit worried about the clouds there. Might turn into a thunderstorm, I think. So I'm gonna try to find a place where I can put the tent under a protruding roof or something. I don't know. Oh, so this wasn't a grave mound. This was a sort of castle or something. Okay. You coolios. Destroyed in the first half of the 13th century. So that was around the time of the plague. Man, what a time. You got your little castle up here, and then the plague comes, and 1/3 of the population of Europe die. And the worst thing is about the plague, I mean, I don't know why this got destroyed. I'm just kind of talking about the plague now. The worst thing about the plague was that people thought if they don't get absolution, like if a priest doesn't say the last rites, then they will go to the inferno and then to hell. And so you would have all these half-dead people knowing that the end is nigh, and they would be not walking, more like stumbling around outside looking for a priest.
and then just collapsing somewhere. So that kind of, I guess, also led to a lot of infections. Just these poor souls wanting to get absolution from a priest before dying, instead of just staying at home and dying there. Or maybe not dying, but probably dying. What a time. Like, actually, in history, there's like, I guess you could say, a roulette of times and places where you could be born. And I guess in a way, even with climate change, even with fuckers like Vladimir Putin or Xi Jinping, even with all that shit, most of us on the planet right now are still lucky to not have been born during the plague or like when Genghis Khan came, which was shortly before the plague, with his armies laying waste to whatever was in their way. Or then Tamerlane from Samarkand, which we've been to before, Boosie and I. Or the 30-year war, or the 100-year war, or the Second World War. Like, there's just so many shitty times to be alive, and this time right now, pretty good time. Mostly, I mean, not for everybody, but here in Europe, pretty good time. Oh man, it is so hot, and there's a drop of sweat that is running down on the side of my nose, and it's so itchy, but I can't itch it because I'm holding the camera and talking into the camera, so bye.
Nur die Bank zu dritt.
Hoffentlich.
Noch zwei. Ja. Noch eine grüne und eine von dem braunen, bitte.
Bitte die grüne.
Dennis hätte gerne noch die grüne und Josef die braune.
Wir gehen schon wieder weiter.